This project brings together 3 neighbouring properties owned by lifestyle farmers. The project is inspiring the owners to connect with local experts, to connect with local commercial farmers and to connect with each other.
Here in the Illawarra, we have a really strong Landcare network which works very closely with other organisations to deliver the best services to support groups and individuals who are working on the land. Local land services, conservation volunteers and Landcare Illawarra are just some of the organisations working together to provide support and expertise to landholders and volunteer groups who are working to improve the condition of natural areas in our region.
The rainforest community at this site is listed as Illawarra Dry Subtropical Rainforest. This vegetation community is listed as an endangered ecological community. This particular remnant is important as it has been largely left intact due to its steep rocky nature. It contains excellent examples of remnant rainforest species such as socketwood, snowwood and giant fig trees. 3 listed threatened species occur naturally at this site. This particular one is the Illawarra socketwood. It's easily recognisable by its serrated leaf margin, raised mid-vein and prominent smell. Other threatened species that occur at this site include Illawarra zaeria and white waxflower.
The Illawarra was cleared for farming for a very good reason. We're standing on very rich volcanic soils here and we've got really good rainfall too. That's why the original vegetation was so lush, luxuriant and included rainforest vegetation. But what it means is that all of the species populations have been reduced as a result of that process of clearing.
Landcare Illawarra has long acknowledged this concern, and with this in mind, Landcare Illawarra has focused on increasing species diversity in planting projects, and within each species focuses on increasing the genetic diversity.
Since around about the year 2000, Landcare Illawarra have had a seed bank, and I've been the seed collector for that job for the last 6 years. If you're going to do some revegetation work on farms and you're going to plant trees and recover vegetation, then it's got to be based on really good seed collections. In this particular case here, this stringy bark Eucalyptus eugenioides has been collected from over the valleys over there. And the project's really taken off, mainly because we've sent the seed we collect out to local nurseries to grow, and we've been giving that away to property owners for planting back on their farms. So part of the job is just to go out and find these things in the local vegetation on properties like this.
Planting has been utilised in areas where breaks in the canopy occur to assist natural regeneration and canopy establishment. Illawarra socketwood at this site is important as it is producing seed with a viable embryo. Socketwood at other sites rarely sets viable seed, so seed from this population has been collected for storage and germination testing by Graham Errington, who works for the plant bank at the Australian Botanic Garden, Mount Annan. Regeneration at this site has been excellent, with species such as maiden's wattle, giant stinging tree, native peach and kangaroo apple readily germinating. Approximately 350 plants have been installed at this site. All trees have been supplied by Richard Scarborough.
The success of the program not only lies in the high quality on-ground works taking place, but the strong partnerships between landholders and organisations working together to achieve high quality outcomes for biodiversity in the Illawarra.
Instead of competing in the landscape, these partnerships allow for resources to be shared, and residents funded to carry out natural area restoration works can also access quality tube stock for their landcare projects, as well as staff expertise and volunteer contributions to the program. Landcare Illawarra have been working with the Conservation Volunteers Australia for many years now. It means that projects on farms like this get visited by people who turn up and volunteer for conservation work. They jump in the troop carrier or the minibus and they come out to these properties and help us plant some native vegetation back on the farms, or they do a bit of bush regeneration with us or a bit of seed collecting as well. But it just means that we've got an ongoing input and partnership with people who are regularly putting their efforts into conserving vegetation on local properties and supporting the private property owners in doing that.
Our volunteers come from near and far. We've got a great bunch of local volunteers who dedicate their time to us every week, and we also get international volunteers who come along and lend a hand while they're travelling or studying. What our volunteers get out of it varies. Some are trying to learn new skills to improve their employment prospects. Some come along to meet new people and for the social side of working in a small team. And the international volunteers, they generally come along because they want to learn about the Australian environment or even just to practice their English.
These partnerships with conservation volunteers and other organisations are helping us with the continuity of work that's going on properties. Since we've made a start, it's our intention to keep following through, and in years to come, a little patch of pink tree guards like this end up looking like a bit of rainforest.